Welcome, 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 everybody. It is Saturday evening. We never start at 8. When have we ever started at 8? We've never started at 8, ever, in our entire streaming time, which is almost a year. But here we are. We're starting at 8, and we have the 4th episode of Volume 2 of Malt-O-Quest. I'm super excited. Hota Hota, what is up? Cutie Pie, hi, hi, hi. And, of course, we have Tyler and King in the chat. What's up? They are also our DM and one of our adventurers. What's new with me? Nothing much. This next upcoming week is going to be crazy, chat, because the staged new musical that I'm doing is having its recording on the weekend, and we have a bunch of rehearsals, so the next week is going to be weird. Just hang with me. But let's think of that later. Right now, we have a fantastic episode for you here of Malt-O-Quest. I'm just assuming it's fantastic. I don't know what's going to happen because I'm a part of it, but I have a feeling it's going to be pretty good. But enough of me. Shall we head over to our lovely band of adventurers and led by our fearless DM Tyler? I think we shall. Let me check in with them to make sure they're not saying anything appropriate. Are you guys ready? I can't hear them. What am I doing? We're going to go live. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. You guys sound is live. And soon we're going to see your lovely faces in 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Whoa!
Yeah, you're live. You're on the stream.
Hello
How's it
there.
going, everybody?
How did I get here?
Tyler, you wanted to check levels with the chat?
Yes, yeah. Okay, so, every time I listen to the episode, my voice is really loud, like really loud. So, how is this? Like, test last time on blah blah blah, and blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Now I'm speaking quietly.
Is that really loud, chat? It's a bit loud. Okay, let me turn you down.
Okay.
Okay, now go.
Last time on this time. The next time wasn't the other time. How's this?
I don't know. I don't know why I had it like this, but I had you at 150% volume on Discord. For me personally, I don't know why. But now you're at 100%. So is that
That's
good?
a lot of Tyler.
Is that better? Yeah. Is that better? Cutie Pie says yes.
Yeah.
Turn it up, down just a bit. What does that mean? Turn it up, down. Turn it up, down.
Beautiful.
Okay, you're at 91% now.
91%. Perfect level of up, down.
Turn it up, down. No, you're good, you're good. Turn it down just a bit more. Okay, you're 10% quieter, Tyler. Try it now.
Okay.
No worries, hold on with that. Was that the check?
Loud! Sorry.
Oh, you're
Sorry.
fine. You're good. Oh my god. Better? Okay, that's better. Alright. I think that's good. And chat, if there's any other weird sound issues, just let us know in the chat, and we'll try to fix them on the fly, because that's how we do it here on this channel. We just do it live, and it's a great time. So Tyler, take us away.
Oh, I'm so excited. All right, here we go. And a 1 and a 2. Last time on Malt-O-Quest, our heroes boarded the ferry. Recovering from their encounter with the Knoll Shaman, the party enjoyed some well-earned rest. Beansprout saw a fish that turned into an elf and called out to her. Mepis chose a new path,
That's right,
find the Blue Dragonborn clan. Landing in the city of Anesk, the party explored their surroundings. Their first stop was the Historium, where they met a bard named Janelle Gilgi. Despite being interrupted by Bradtherius, Janelle directed everyone to books on genealogy, knock-knock jokes, and alchemical symbols. They also learned a little about Mordecai, Beansprout's new mysterious fae friend. In the midst of this, our heroes were invited to dinner by Limon Papier du Not. To kill some time, Balmir and Bradtherius visited the Temple of Moradin. While Bradtherius tried to ingratiate himself with the dwarves, Balmir made a deal with the High Priest. In exchange for 10 Darksteel arrows, he would do a great service for the Temple of Moradin. Later that evening, our heroes reconvened at Chateau du Not to collect their IOU. They were greeted by an unsurprisingly hot butler. Limon sent the party to the Maze of the Worthy, where they teleported from room to room, solving puzzles and telling their greatest fears. In the final room of the maze, Runa was able to magically charm the hot butler, ending the test. Limon presented the party with a gift, repaying the debt. But what awaits our heroes? What will this task be for the Temple of Moradin? And what of the ever-present threat of the Gnolls? Find out right now on Malt-O-Quest. Also, I wore a clown wig.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you did. Oh, awesome. All right. Awesome. I can read, Chad. I promise.
And Bradtherius can read. Okay. So, we're gonna start out pretty much exactly where we left off. And we're gonna do like the next day kind of as like a series of well, we'll just get into it, shall we? Okay. So we start off with our 5 heroes grasping those spheres of light that were floating in front of them, and as they do, they change.
Ooh.
Not in a major radical way, but
like our clothes?
They feel some of their some aspects of themselves, like Runa, for example. We'll start with Runa. So Runa, when you grasp this orb, you feel your senses heighten a little bit. You feel as though your reflexes have gotten slightly faster, and you feel hardier, like your skin has gotten a little thicker, like you're able to kind of like withstand a little more damage, which is reflected because at level 4 you all get a stat boost. Runa, you chose Dexterity and Constitution. We do a quick cut to the next day, where Runa is back at the Historium, and Janelle spots you, and she motions for you to come on and over.
I don't remember who Janelle is, chat.
And she says, "Oh my God, we are well. Yeah, we're gonna do fun facts at the end of each vignette."
Yeah, sorry. I just figured I'd ask because last week we took off without them at first.
Yes. So Runa.
Oh, that's right.
Janelle. She says, "Hey, I remember you. You were you're the college one, right? Yeah, you said some weird shit about
pegging.
Pegging. Yeah, yesterday when I saw you. Yeah, that was kind of weird. Anyway, Anyway, I'd love to exchange stories with you if you'll have me."
So romantic, of course. Oh my God. Yes, I do.
I do.
So, all right. So, Runa, what is the story that you're telling her? Because it can be like of
Groth,
of what you just did in Bolthos. It can be like she essentially. The College of Eloquence is big on oral tradition, big on like spoken. They're similar to like the speakers in Castlevania, in that they use words to transfer their histories and all of that. So she wants like a tale or something.
I forget her name, but do you remember the hot bard?
Yes,
back when?
Tess. Yeah.
Tess. I want to tell her about Tess and every interaction I've ever had with Tess, and then be like, "Do you think she was into me?"
Yeah. So she says she's like, at the end of that story, she's like, tieflings, they're kind of all over the place, but I'm sure that look, if my golden rule is always go for it. Worst case scenario, they say no. And, you just kind of, you walk away and go back to the bar or whatever, Yeah. So I just say, you could have gone for it, I guess. I don't know. I don't know her myself, but, who knows? Anyway, I'm going to tell you a couple of stories. And so she begins to tell you about this young man who made a deal with this djinn, who could, the deal was that he could start to read minds. And so as she's speaking, these images begin to pop up and move around as the runes in her clothing begin to flare up. And at the end of the story, it's kind of like a Boy Who Cried Wolf scenario, but with reading thoughts. And at the end of the story, she ends up kind of teaching you how to conjure images in the way that she does. And so you've learned the spell Silent Image. And then you notice that in the way that she is describing the story, she's actually telling you how to cast Detect Thoughts. And by the end of the story, she kind of has you repeat a few phrases back to her, and as you do, you begin to hear things all around you. And as you focus in on someone, you can hear what they're thinking. You focus in on someone else, and then you focus in on her, and she's like, "Oh, what am I gonna have for lunch?" Just like, I'm thinking like bagels, lox, cream cheese. Oh, it's gonna be great.
Oh my god,
But
that's great.
so you now know the spell Detect Thoughts. Two more things from you, Runa. One,
Can she use that
I want you to
on
roll
us?
me that hit dice button, because you're gaining some more hit points.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared.
Can you use Detect Thoughts on other teammates?
Oh, I'm gonna. I don't know,
Nice.
can I?
Can you use Detect Thoughts on other tieflings?
Oh, on other
On
team,
teammates,
like,
on our-
can I
teammates?
cast Detect Thoughts on
Can she read
Bradtherius?
my brain? Can she read my brain? No.
Yeah.
I just
yeah.
want to see
Just
what kind of
elf
elevator music is playing in there.
It's the most complex elevator music you've ever
Oh
heard.
my god.
I'll tell you that much.
Runa, you now have 22 hit points. You've also had a long rest, so you can bring all of your ship back to full. And lastly, do you have a fun fact for us?
I do. I put a lot of thought in. Okay. When Runa was little, she had an imaginary friend, right? And this imaginary friend is her grandfather.
Oh.
She thinks it's her grandfather because her mom, one of the few things she left was this card. It says Merry Christmas, and it has a picture of Santa on it. It says, like, from Alan, whatever, it's her dad's name, her mom's dad's name. So she just assumes that this man is her grandfather. So her imaginary friend was Santa.
Awesome. I love that. All right. We cut to Balmir. So Balmir, you grasp the orb, and you begin to see like math equations kind of floating in front of you, and you understand them, which is so out of your wheelhouse normally. But you feel your intelligence boost, and you also feel your beard gets a little glossier, and your mustache gets like a little more like waxed. Yeah.
Curlier.
Yeah, and your hair lengthens a little bit, you've got, I don't know, you feel like you stand up a little straighter. Your charisma increased as well.
Ooh.
And you make your way to the Temple of Moradin the next day,
It's my favorite place.
just to get your affairs in order.
It's my favorite
And
place.
the Hammer, who is the High Priest, greets you, puts his hammer down on the anvil, and he says, "Brother, the dark steel is in the process of being heated. Within a day or two, we should have your arrowheads ready. You can string them up yourself if you'd like. Fletch them and whatnot. But we do, and he pulls out this little scroll, and he rolls it open. It looks like a map. And he points to it. He says, "This here is a Nesk." And it's this little
Treasure
coastal city where you are. And a little bit north, a little bit east is an X.
map? Ooh,
And he
treasure
says,
map.
"This is where I'd like you to go." He says, "The whole town, up and vanished. Everyone there, gone.
Whoa.
Found naught but a few skeletons.
Whoa.
The guild couldn't make heads nor tails of it. I went there myself. My brother lived in that town. Couldn't detect divine magic anywhere. I suspected some kind of necromancy or dark magics, but I couldn't find anything. If you can solve this, maybe it would be a great service to me personally.
Yes.
I myself have been overseeing the work of this dark steel. Is this acceptable, brother?
Well, I have to talk with my companions, but that should absolutely be doable, brother.
Yeah, we're doing it.
I'd have something for them as well. We don't believe in, it's rolling stones downhill.
Dwarven.
And,
Dwarven.
Balmir, you know, that's a dwarven expression for, like, getting something from nothing. Or, like, doing something for
Dwarven
no
weapons,
reward.
chat.
And he
Dwarven
says,
weapons.
if all of your friends pay in stones, I'd most certainly give stones back.
Nice.
And he continues to hammer.
Is that a
and he
euphemism
gives you a
for
gruff
something?
nod. And Balmir, you are a level 4 ranger.
Hey, nice.
Hooray.
First, I want you to roll me that
Stones,
hit dice button, and we're gonna see how many hit. Jesus Christ!
Whoa.
I literally was just talking
How,
to Katie
dude?
about
How do you
Balmir's
have
built like a tank.
Continues
Just the
to
tankiest
build the beef.
ranger.
So now you gain 13 more hit points, but because you're a
13 hit
dwarf,
points.
you gain 1 more, so you gain 14 more hit points. So you're now the
Wow.
proud owner of 53 hit points.
That's so many.
That's so many hit points.
That's so many.
It's
Oh
more
my
than 2
God.
times my hit points.
So much.
That's
That's
likewise
so
it's the
much.
same. That's more than twice
my
my hit
God.
points as well.
And Balmir, do you have a fun fact for us?
I do indeed. My fun fact is that Balmir, as a very young dwarf, had a kitten that he named after this idea that he had of something similar to Santa Claus, basically, kind of
Everyone has a Santa
along the
Claus.
same vein as Kate. So he had this cat named Santa.
Aw,
That's really sweet.
nice.
Oh, I love that. Next up, we have Le Bean Sprout. So, Bean Sprout, you similarly grasp your orb, and you feel like, so, I'm gonna say you had like a little bit of reflux for the past couple of days, and it goes away like that. You find that you are able to stomach fucking way more than you were
fuck
before.
yeah.
You even kind of test it out, like that evening. You take like a really hot pepper and just like,
Nice.
nothing. It tastes great. You finally get what Balmir's been talking about,
Nice.
and you just start munching on this. And in the midst of this, the next day, so your constitution has gone up by 2. The next day, you are walking around the shore, kind of around the docks, and you see that fish pop up again.
Ooh.
And the fish turns into this elf.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wow. Beautiful.
And the elf comes out of the water a little bit, and she says once more, she's like, "Nice aura!" And she walks up to you. She says, I sensed you from the water when you got on your vessel and you had begun to sail over the water. I sensed you. that's not. And she kind of walks up to you, like, just kind of walks forward and she just starts to like gets like real up in your face and like kind of looking at you. And she like like kind of like picks your arm up and like lets it drop. And she's like, what are you?
I'm Beansprout.
She's like, oh, hi Beansprout.
Hi.
My name is Kelp. I'm a sea elf. And she says, you see, her eyes flash green, similar to your green sight, and she makes like prolonged, uncomfortable eye contact with you, and you feel your green sight instinctively activate as the two of you seem to have some kind of like nature meld, and it's weird. You've never experienced something like this before, but through her eyes, you feel what it's like to swim through the water as not an elf, but as an aquatic creature. You feel what it's like to be a fish pushing your body forward against the current, with the current. You feel what it's like to be like an octopus or just a ton of different sea creatures. You feel what it's like, and when you finally come out of it, she breaks eye contact, you break eye contact, and she's back at you, and she kind of backs away a little bit. She looks a little afraid. And she says, Have you ever soul gazed before?
No. Is that what that was? No, I've never done that before.
She says, yes, well, when you soul gaze, you see who they are, who they truly are, for what they are. And she says, there is great power. And she backs up a little bit into the water, and she gives you another hesitant look, and she just says, farewell, Beansprout. And she just like vanishes into the water.
Whoa.
And Beansprout, you find that you kind of take a couple of steps into the water just to get your like up to your ankles, and you remember that feeling of what it's like to be an aquatic creature. And your wild shape has improved. You can now turn into sea creatures, not just land creatures.
Cool.
Like a kraken?
Yeah. Also, you are level 4 druid.
Oh.
Boom. Why don't you roll me that hit dice button?
Like a kraken? Can she turn into a kraken?
No. So it's like it's of a certain challenge rating or less.
Okay, alright.
Nice.
I'll take 4.
That's fine. You are now the proud owner of 25 hit points.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Alright, and do you have a fun fact for us, Beansprout?
I do have a fun fact. So Beansprout cannot sleep without super fuzzy soft socks on. And she has this specific pair that has little black cats on it that she wears all the time.
Aww.
But only to sleep. They're specifically
That's really
sleep socks.
That's awesome. Nice.
I love that.
And Bradtherius,
Yes.
you grab the orb.
I firmly grasp the orb.
You firmly grasp that orb.
Yes.
And you find that, when you grasp that orb, you remember taking a swig of that dwarven ale.
Yeah.
The dwarven whiskey in the Temple of Moradin.
Yeah.
And you feel your eyes water, but as you feel the warmth from this orb, the sensation dulls a bit.
Nice.
Your constitution is increased by 1. And
Awesome.
your charisma, you feel that you've gotten even thicker.
I'm so... Yeah. That's exactly
You're
how I feel.
so thick, bro.
The thickest.
you now have a Constitution and Charisma of 16 instead of 15.
Just a constitutionally charismatic charisman. It's in my constitution.
Constitutional charisman. Nice. Bradtherius, why don't you roll me that hit dice button as well?
Sure. D6 or what?
No. So it's going to be above your attacks. It's going to be a little
right.
box that says hit dice. Oh my god.
Oh, is
All
that
right.
11?
That's really nice.
Let's go.
You now own 36 hit points.
Yes.
Damn. That's really nice. Oh my god.
Yes.
So, Bradtherius, you are also traveling around the Temple of Moradin, just as like a...
Yeah, I am.
You see some dwarves kind of... So you see some dwarves hanging around the Temple of Moradin.
Can I go up to
and...
each and every one of them and give them the dwarf handshake?
Absolutely.
The dwarf dap?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah. So you
Awesome.
stick out your arm, and you see the dwarves, they say something to each other in Dwarvish, and then one of them reaches out and does this.
Yes.
And this dwarf, he says something in Dwarvish to his friends, and then he kind of pulls you in a little bit, and
Okay.
much like the hammer, this dwarf, he pulls out a wooden flask,
Okay.
and he lets go of your arm, and he rips the lid off of it, and he like pours a mouthful of something, and he just like swishes it around in his mouth, and he swallows it.
It's like
and
Listerine.
he says something to you that you can't understand, and he offers it to you.
Do I know the dwarvish word for thanks?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I feel like just being around Balmir, I want like well, that's my fun fact, but it's okay. Okay, so I say very poorly the dwarvish word for thanks. I take it, and I down the whole thing, like I.
Oh my god! All right, roll me a Constitution save. Okay.
10? 10?
So yeah. So you.
It's average.
It is average.
That's not how. That's
So you.
It's not a.
So you find that even with your newfound Constitution, this stuff
Probably
is
shouldn't
not
have
like
drank it
the
all.
other stuff.
Oh no.
That other stuff was like that other stuff was a fine honey wine compared to this. You have no idea. You think this might actually be dwarf piss.
Oh,
And
God.
you just you spit it out, and the dwarves, they all just like
Oh,
and they just start punching each other in the arms, and they all just walk away. Bradtherius,
Damn.
do you have a fun fact?
I'm so
about yourself?
embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed. Bradtherius' fun fact. Fun fact. I really, really, really want to learn Dwarvish. Like I really want to learn Dwarvish. I know.
Nice.
I know Elvish and Orcish, but I should have studied Dwarvish because I just want more than anything to be in with the dwarves.
Nice.
I want
Nice.
Balmir to elementary school lessons of
Yeah,
Dwarvish.
I want to
Like
ask.
flashcards.
I've been working up the
Oh my
courage
God.
to ask Balmir for Dwarvish lessons.
I'm imagining you know in Disney's Tarzan when she's pointing to the board and she's like,
Yes.
"This is the letter A."
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So that's kind of what I'm thinking. We cut to Mepis. Mepis, you grasp your orb, and you find that your scales get a little tougher. Everything around your body hardens a little bit, and you find that your eyes, there's sparks just traveling around your whole body as you're able to connect a little more with your draconic blood. Your
Nice.
constitution and your charisma have gone up by 1. And we cut to the next day. Mepis, you're walking around Anesk. you see that there is a human standing as you're crossing Ventif Manor, the area in front of there. There is a human who is conjuring things. You see he's got these strands of light all around him. It looks like strings of light, and he's moving them around, and they all condense into this ball of light. And he kind of crushes his hands together and goes like this, and there's this huge, like, rainbow sparks. And he looks at you as you walk by, and he puts his hand out to stop your traveling, and he says, "You there? You are a mage of some sort, I believe, yes?"
Hi.
Yes, I could tell. Now, you are also, and he looks at you, he kind of tries to peer under your hood, and he sees, like, a little hint of your scaled chin. He says, "Dragonborn." And he says, I have a proposition for you. If you will have me, it is no great task that I demand of you, merely an exchange of goods and services. Your goods for my services. It should not take but a moment.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Excellent! And he leads you into Ventif Manor.
Whoa!
And Mepis, this guy, he is... Boop, 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 boop. So, this guy, you notice that when he comes in, there are a bunch of people milling about the manor. They all stop what they're doing and clear the way. This guy... I know I have... Okay, here we go. Here we go. So this guy turns around and he introduces himself. He says, "My name is Fintus Ventif. I am the representative of my family in this city." He says, "To whom do I have the honor of speaking?"
So yeah, Mepis steps up and just says, introduces himself. My name is Mepis Loryax.
It is quite a pleasure, Mepis Loryax. I have not seen a Dragonborn in quite some time. And he says, "Tell me, is it too much to ask? You have the ability to breathe elements, yes?"
Can breathe lightning, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you can breathe lightning.
Okay.
Yeah. So he
He says I. Yeah.
So Fintus, he says, "Would it be too much trouble to ask you, would you breathe into this lantern?" And he like kind of claps twice, and there's a servant that brings this lantern. It looks like it's made of a strange, like, dark red metal, and it has all of these runes inscribed on the edges of it. And he says, "For one of my spells, I need lightning, living lightning, and I believe that a breath weapon such as yours might be able to help me. So if you would breathe into this lantern, I can teach you spells for free. I will teach you 2 spells.
Nice.
One that you will be able to. I can teach you how to conjure a ball of acid and throw it at people, and I can teach you how to increase or decrease the size of one of you. It's just something of your choice. It is up to you. I can teach you this for free, which is something that the Ventives rarely do. But I would be willing to do this for you, Mepis Loryax, new friend.
Deal.
He says, "Excellent!" And he opens the lantern, and you just like Godzilla breathe this lightning into it, and you see the runes flare up as the lightning seems to be like bouncing back and forth within the lantern as soon as he shuts it. And he spends the next couple of hours teaching you the Acid Splash spell and the Enlarge Reduce spell. So you now know those spells. Mepis.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Mepis, I would like you to roll them hit dice button.
Do it.
Do it.
So, like, the enlarge... What exactly can he enlarge? And for how long? Or maybe... you know what I mean? Sorry, I just answered the question.
No, you're fine. No, you're good. Enlarge Reduce is a... Whoa! Maximum!
Nice.
Wow, nice. Nice. You are now the proud owner of 34 hit points.
Hey.
Pretty dope. Pretty dope. And, Mepis, do you have a fun fact for us?
Yeah, he actually, one of his favorite pastimes is to just do some fishing.
Nice.
That's it. Just...
Nice.
Oh, what if
awesome.
what if Mepis fished and then caught Beansprout on accident?
Oh my god.
That would suck.
It's a game they play. It's a game they play.
Oh,
a game
it's
they play?
recreational. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Is it like Hooks in SpongeBob when he's just like,
Right.
"Get off of there, boy!"
You could catch an anchovy and then make it like huge.
Right.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, that's awesome. Enlarge, like I want to. Yeah, that's a great spell.
Yeah, what are the exact parameters of this?
So it lasts up to a
Bradtherius,
minute. You
Bradtherius
can...
I'm just interested into.
It's like
what
really
exactly...
curious.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's
To a
so
minute,
it's-
you say. That sounds like enough.
Yeah, it's up to a minute or 10 rounds, and you can... Sorry, I just got that.
I'm Brad Curious. That's all. That's just
Brad Curious.
That's Cutie Pie. Cutie Pie just said that in the chat, which is hilarious.
Oh my god.
Brad Curious.
Oh my
about the
god.
Enlarge Reduce spell.
Holy shit.
Brad,
Yeah.
I go up to Mepis and I'm just like, can you tell me about the Enlarge Reduce? I just want to know about the Reduce, the Reduce part. I don't need to know about the Enlarge part.
I wouldn't need anything enlarged, obviously.
Yeah,
You only want to know what it is. You don't want to talk about
Yeah,
it.
10 rounds. I can go 10 rounds. All right, have a good one. Happy fishing, bro.
Amazing. All right, so I'm gonna say that you all got a long rest, so you can get all of your stuff, hit points back to full, spells back, abilities, etc. You get them all back.
We lose extra hit die, right? The rest.
Temporary hit points, I think.
Temporary hit points go away. Yeah.
Dope.
Okay, just making sure.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna say that for the next day, you had those separate events, and then you reconvened. I'm gonna say it's about noon by the time you all get back to each other. Where would you like to meet? I guess. Actually, no. I'm just gonna do that for you, because it's. You meet at Bits and Bob's. I'm gonna say Runa, Mepis, and Beansprout were so impressed with the food there the other day. They're like, you gotta come here. You gotta see this.
Looks like they have some board games. What is that? Is that Risk that I see on the table?
Yeah, they've got Risk.
They've got, all right.
Yeah, they have Stratego.
Stratego,
well.
Awesome.
Yeah, great game.
As long as it's not chess.
Yeah, no, not chess. They have Stratego, Risk, and Settlers of Catan.
Oh, wonderful.
And so you get there, and you can take this opportunity to RP with each other if there's anything you'd like to say to each other, any questions, etc. I'm just gonna sit back.
I just walk up and I'm kind of like feeling how much, like, looking at my arms, just feeling how much thicker I am, and just like going up to everybody, and I just kind of pause at the question, say, did you guys feel it? What did you guys feel when you touched that ball? Because I feel pretty nice. I feel pretty good. Like, my stomach is way better, and I feel like I can turn a phrase easier, and it's nice. What about you guys? How do you guys feel with the whole ball situation?
Balmir is just brushing a beard that is like comically long, like trailing out the door. Like, I don't know, nothing different.
Rapunzel beard.
Balmir, in response to that, is like, I don't know, like, yeah, he's kind of like looking at himself, like, his beard is like slightly longer, and he's not really sure how that happened.
It just says, I know Kung Fu.
Whoa. What? What? What?
God.
What?
Oh wait.
don't
No
know
wait,
why
I
it's
can
so
cast
funny.
I can cast cantrips as many times as I want, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what I do. I make an illusory like bar stool at the bar, and I go sit down next to him. I say, Bradtherius, actually I want to tell you about what I learned over here. And I offer him the illusory.
Oh, okay. So I see the chair come
my God.
from nowhere, and I'm like, holy shit, that's a cool trick. And then I go up, and I'm like, awesome. I can't wait to hear what happened when you touched the ball.
Yeah, I can conjure chairs.
And then I sit down with the confidence that can only be shared with someone that he deeply trusts. And immediately I fall through the chair, I suppose, and hit my rump. I noticed though that I noticed though that I'm a bit thicker on my backside, and it doesn't hurt as it used to.
You bounce.
Yeah.
I from the ground I
You
look
just
up at
bounce
Runa.
right back up to standing.
I'm still from the ground. I look up at Runa and I say, "Did the ball teach you that?" I reach up for her hand so she can help me up.
I just go like,
Oh,
and then I actually give my
once she grabs my
That's
hand,
too slow.
once she grabs my hand, I pull her down. I pull her off her chair.
Oh, you ass!
That's the line, Runa.
What?
And then you're like, you're an ass. And I'm like, wait. Like, he pulls you down and you're like, how could you? This is such a breach of trust. I can't believe you do this
I
to me.
trusted you.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Yeah, so that happens.
Awesome.
I feel like Beansprout is very solemn and like down, and she's just quiet and sitting by herself.
Aw.
She's sad.
I get up off the ground, and I ask Balmir if he can teach me Dwarvish. I go, Balmir, do you think we could do some Dwarvish lessons?
Balmir kind of looks at Bradtherius like a little too excited, but he's kind of gauging like, are you being serious or are you like?
I tell him the only words I know in Dwarvish, which is right now, thank you, and could I have a beer? And say I want to know more.
Balmir kind of nods his head and is like, all right, like I'll teach you.
From the corner of my eye, I see Beansprout, who usually would like join in and making fun of Bradtherius, seems kind of despondent, and so I take my drink and I go over to her. I don't say anything. I just sit next to her, just to let her know, like, I'm with you.
Beansprout, you know the little emoji with like the really big like sad eyes?
It's like,
Yeah, so Beansprout probably looks up to Bradtherius and is just like, you scared of me?
And I look at her and I kind of smile and I go, fuck yeah, I'm scared of you. And I wrap my arm around her and like give her a big hug. Like, I'm scared of you. I saw you bake someone alive, but that's fucking metal and awesome as shit, and you should be so proud of that. And I like hell yeah, I'm scared of you. And I bring her into a big hug and like start laughing. And I pour some, pour a drink for her.
You can give each of yourselves a hero point. That was really dope. Oh my god. Yeah. So you get a couple of drinks sent to you, and you all just sit around the table, drinking, having a nice meal, with each other for the first time in a while.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like you've been on the move for the past week or two.
Yeah, that's
but
right.
you enjoy a nice lunch before setting out to do. Actually, no, you're not setting out to do anything yet.
Balmir,
go ahead.
Balmir wants to bring something up.
And the handoff from
Coincidentally.
DM to PC. It's fumbled a little bit.
While we're eating and having a nice moment, Balmir is kind of looks at Bradtherius and is like, "Remember the temple we went to the other day?"
How could I forget? One on the top, and then he stops and thinks.
So
4 places I've been to in my life.
Balmir says, "So that dark steel I had, they're making me arrows in exchange for some work. And when I mentioned y'all, they mentioned that they would compensate all y'all fairly if you were willing to help me with something."
I'm in. I give Beansprout just like a little nudge.
I'm also in.
Yeah.
Any excuse to practice my new under illusion. So sure, yeah. Okay.
Just throw stools at everybody.
So I need to find somebody who's got to detect.
Oh my god. Awesome.
We all collectively look at Mepis.
Everyone's like,
Do it.
I love
Balmir's like,
I love just how
"Thank
he's
y'all."
just man a few words.
nice.
Dragon
Aw.
man a few words.
Go team. Alright, so you set out. You pay your tab. You set out. And from there...
How much was the tab?
Sorry, the tab will be 1 silver piece each.
I got it. Don't worry about it.
There we go. Good call.
I leave a tip of 1 gold piece.
Whoa.
God damn.
Holy
That's
shit.
like a. That's
Gotta
like
a-
tip your people, me.
So that
It's like a
gnome,
200% tip.
comes up to you. Yeah, that gnome, he like takes a, he's like, "Are you sure this is the kind of tip that you want to keep leaving for me?" He's like, "I'm not going to say no, but I don't want, I feel kind of weird. This is like 10 times what the bill was."
Yeah. Yeah,
So
and
he, like-
in return, be my friend.
So he flicks it up in the air, he catches it. And
Tuppence for you!
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, another tuppence for me!" And he like opens his hand and there's nothing there. And then he like reaches over to your ear and he like pulls the gold piece out with his other hand. And
Amazing,
he's like,
amazing.
He's like, "Now we're friends forever!"
Oh,
Oh,
And
yay.
he takes his little cane and just like walks off. And
That's so cute.
I love that.
yeah, and so he's like, "Burgers for everyone tonight!" And he like puts it in his pocket. All right, so you set out.
Wait, did you say boogers? Burgers. Got
Burgers.
it. Sorry. Burgers.
Yes.
Got it.
No.
Sorry,
You know
sorry.
what?
No.
It's not burgers anymore. It's boogers now.
Oh, jeez.
And so he I guess that's canon now. Yeah. Yeah. It's, oh my
It's just filling all the burgers with snot. Oh god. It's a secret ingredient.
Oh my god. Okay. So from here, we're gonna take like yeah, I'll say a 10-minute bio break.
Okay.
Yeah. Come back at let's say like 07. Ish.
Like 9 or 8:07, depending on where you're at.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Or 607, God.
Or 6. Sorry.
Leaving me out all the time,
I'm
man.
so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm just teasing.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. You guys are mute yourselves. Mute yourselves, so I don't have to. I guess I could mute you to be safe. I'll mute you. You're muted. Okay, bye. All right, chat. Don't touch that dial. I'm gonna hang out for a little bit. I do need to like refill my water. But if you are just joining us, or if you've been here, so we have all just become level 4 druid, ranger, bard, warrior, mage. So those are we've just became level 4, and we just went through kind of our level up vignettes. And now we're going to go on this quest that Balmir has been given from the Dwarven Temple in Anesk. So that is what's going to be coming up. We're going to go to this mysterious place outside of Anesk to kind of figure out what's going on, because they don't know what the heck is going on. An entire city has disappeared. So stay tuned for that. I do want to say a couple things. After this stream, there'll be another break, and I'll probably end the stream at that point. But we are doing Saturday Night Smash tonight, so at 11:30 we'll be playing some Super Smash Bros. We didn't have it last week because I had a major headache, but it's gonna happen tonight. So looking forward to that. And then this upcoming week, the schedule is gonna be a bit different. So I love that you put command schedule, Cutie Pie, but the schedule is gonna be unlike everything we've been doing. There won't be an evening stream on Thursday. Anyway, just be on the lookout on the Discord for the schedule, and just don't be surprised if the schedule changes for next week, because the production that I'm doing is finally, we're gonna record it. We're gonna record the new stage production of a new musical that I've been working on. It's not my musical, I'm just one of the cast members. So excuse me. So that's happening next weekend, and I'm really excited for it. And Tiger Wolf, welcome in. Hi, been doing the lurky stuff. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's absolutely right. We got mad love for the lurkers. Mad love for the lurkers. Hoda's lurking right now. But we will be back in about 5-6-ish minutes. Maybe more. We'll be back with more Malt-O-Quest. Was there anything else that I wanted to... Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? I don't think so. You guys are all fabulous. I cleaned my apartment today, like deep cleaned my apartment, and I think being in a bathroom with like nothing but bleach for a long period of time may have affected me in some way. So yes, I did clean the space, but I feel like I'm a bleach man. I'm more bleach than human. So, because I didn't have any like lighter cleaners, but I needed to clean everything. So I cleaned everything. I'm Bradtherius, yeah. That's just who I am. So if I seem a little loopy-doopy, then that's why. Also, I wanted to shout out a couple of people. The Dragolinborn followed the channel in between last stream and this stream, so thank you so much for that follow. And Jesse Loves to Rock 85 also followed the channel, so thank you for the follows. If I don't know if you're here, they're probably not here, but just shouting them out, because I would have shouted them out if that happened on stream. But it was between last stream and this stream. All right, I'm going to go fill up my water bottle. Don't touch that dial. And we'll be back with more Malt-O-Quest very shortly. All right, here we go. Don't touch the dial. Don't do it. Don't. Okay, bye. Alright, I am back. We're waiting on some adventurers to be back. But, how are we doing? Did you guys have a solid... Did you touch the dial? Did you touch the dial? Did you touch the dial? Well, if you didn't, thank you for not touching the dial. No touchy. No touchy. Appreciate you if you didn't touch the dial. Oh, my goodness. I have the bleach sneezes. Holy moly. I am calling those the bleach sneezes. The bleezes. The sneeches. Holy moly. Oh, man. Oh my goodness. Chat, why? But why? Why? You know? Just why? To everything. Why? My flames on the side of my face? No. Oh my goodness. Ah! Don't, make sure you have proper ventilation, chat, for your cleaning needs. Don't be like me. Don't be like me, chat, please. Today's stream brought to you by the letter Y and the color bleach. That's not a color, chat. That's a chemical. Oh, oh, sorry. Kingsspan just brought their puppy. Oh, there's a cute dog on the Discord. Ah, yeah. Ventilate when you clean, chat, especially if you're using bleach and stuff like I did today. After I cleaned, I went and bought gloves and lighter cleaners that I used to have, but that I apparently ran out of. And all the things that I wish I had today while I cleaned. Is this... Welcome to the clean talk stream, by the way, chat. I'm just kind of stalling, waiting for our final adventures to be with us. Alright, all of our event... Now we're just waiting on our DM. Oh, for shame. For shame. Waiting on the good old DM Tyler. Simple and clean. I wouldn't describe myself as simple or clean. I'm complicated and... Alright, everyone's here. Okay, are we ready to go? Yeah, give me thumbs up if you're ready. Thumbs up. Oh, keep the dog on the camera. Hold on, yeah, keep the dog on the camera when we switch. Okay, you guys are going live with voice now. 3, 2, 1. And you guys are on the scene. And show the pup. Oh, look at the doggo.
Oh, this is Lucy Goose.
Look at the doggo.
Lucy Goose. He's tired to go to the dog park.
Oh,
Silly goose.
Oh my god, what a good goose. Oh my...
Oh, look at the eyes!
She wants more pets!
The eyes, goose! Oh
my
yeah.
god!
Goose.
Oh my god.
Well, this
What a
is the
good
whole
dog.
stream now. D&D stands for just dogs and more dogs.
Dogs and dogs. Yeah, I won't get back on stream. Balmir will now be played by Lucy.
Nice.
Goes on Balmir's quest and he's not even there.
Alright.
Balmir, what should we do? Woof, woof, woof.
That's how you speak Dwarvish.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, following the map, you travel north. You see that it's not actually that far away. It's just kind of a schlep, but it's still doable.
Okay.
You find yourselves at, let's see, it was about noon. I'd say it's about like 5 or 6 p.m.
Should we still
by
be
the
on
time
the
you get
bits and bobs screen?
Yeah, well, we'll
sorry.
get there.
I don't mean to.
No, you're good. No, you're fine. So you find yourselves at the outskirts of a town. Now, this town seems like it is long abandoned.
Okay. Whoa. It's a big old town, huh?
Yeah, it's a big old town.
My first instinct is to just run into this first thing, but I'm going to not do that because I feel like I've leveled up. Maybe I've matured a bit, so I will not be charging into this. I will instead say, hey everyone, I really want to charge into that building, but if someone does not want to, I will not. It's the new mature Bradtherius.
Maybe they're all just invisible. Then it would be trespassing. Right?
The buildings are...
The door open? Does it look abandoned?
You see that the door is still on, but it looks rotted. The wood looks pretty rotted on this house.
And when exactly how long ago was it that it was like, all the people are gone suddenly? You know that?
You're not sure. I don't think.
Our boy didn't tell us.
Yeah.
No, you know how when you train a dog, you have to like immediately reward him. Bradtherius asked
Immediately.
and I'm like, let's go in that building. Thank you for asking. Let's do whatever.
Yes. I'm so excited.
Oh, I'm like, yeah, let's just go marching right into that building.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. I like
So you go
this.
marching into the building.
Okay.
So looking inside, no one's lived here for a very long time, it seems like. There is rot, mold, dirt, decomposition everywhere.
Okay. Well, my investigate isn't very good. Who has a good investigate? My investigate is literally 0.
I have 4 to investigation, so I could investigate.
Ooh, what do I know? Do I know anything about this town? Like the history of it at all?
Yeah, why don't you roll me a history check?
I would
there.
love to roll you a history check. Bradtherius surges into his mind to the old noble history lessons he once had. And finds
10 average.
and all the C's that he got.
So from that with the 10, you recall that this town is one of many that are just along the way. It doesn't have any historical significance. This is one of those towns that people that couldn't really deal with big city life, but also didn't want to just live by themselves in like a house in the middle of nowhere,
Okay.
they went here. There
Okay.
are towns like this all over the Republic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like it's not a city, but it's not like a small town, it's like a suburb of Enesk.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is kind of like a suburb of Enesk, but the suburbs in the Republic, they're pretty independent. The only thing that really connects them to the Republic is that they pay their taxes, and like that's about
Nice.
it. And even then, like they're not taxed very much because there isn't much here. People don't really question anyone that lives here. It's kind of like just come live here. We don't really give a shit. Like that's the kind of vibe
Got it.
from
Got it.
places like this. Yeah.
Sorry, go
There's
ahead.
also a set of bones on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
That I've beat
Can we check? Oh, Bobby. Oh, wow.
I investigate.
Yeah, absolutely. You
Fucking
can roll me.
dancing around
You
his
can roll me
bones.
investigate if you want, or medicine. It's up to you.
Oh,
It depends
those
on
are
what you're looking
bones,
for,
aren't
really.
they?
I'll just go investigate, see what's going on.
Yeah.
It's like an episode of CSI.
So with
Goddamn.
a 7, this body seems to have died a long time ago. Like maybe like 5. Yeah, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago
Wow.
is roughly what you'd estimate as far as the decomposition rate of this body.
Okay. I'm. Bradtherius is a little. It's like, all right, cool. This is nothing. Big old nothing burger. I'd like to
Big ol' nothing burger.
explore a little bit more.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Is there anything else that you would all like to do here?
I
feel the need to look under the rug. There's probably nothing under there, but I still want to pick it up.
Oh, under the rug. In the.
Is there anything under the rug?
Okay.
Or, like, fit under the bed.
Yeah.
I need to roll something.
Yeah. Why don't you roll me? Well, what exactly are you looking for? Like, what are you trying to do?
Things that are swept under there.
Like a diary or something, or like documents, a book, a secret.
Okay. Why don't you roll me an investigate then.
Oh, great.
We're all waiting outside the door, just like.
So, Runa,
Ooh,
you
15.
lift up this carpet and you peer under it, and there's nothing there.
Nice.
However, out of the corner of your eye, you know how sometimes when you see a coat out of the corner of your eye and you think it's a person?
I don't like where this is going.
This music is freaking me out.
You look at something is in the corner of your eye, and you look, and there's nothing there. And you put the carpet down, and you look around. No one's in the room but you, and the people in the doorway that are your friends.
Do you say anything?
Let's leave.
Okay, let's get the fuck out of here.
Let's go home.
Okay. Let's.
Yeah, I want to tell everybody what the fuck just happened. And I say, you know, when you look in the corner of your eye and it looks like there's a coat, but you think it's like a person, or it's a person you think they're no, it's a. I'm afraid. There's some bad shit going on in here. I don't like it.
Wait, I want to go back in then if she says that. And can I do this?
Ooh, a detect magic.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
What a great idea. I will
So-
cower behind Beansprout.
So, Beansprout, you detect, so you reach out with your senses, you reach out with your feelings, and you turn on your green sight briefly.
Cool.
As Runa, you look at Beansprout, her eyes are this brilliant green. As she reaches out, and Beansprout, you see the ley lines beneath the earth. The ley lines beneath this town, you can see them from miles and miles away. It's green everywhere, and then around this town, it is black. It looks like something is corrupting this area. And you detect that there is necromancy magic, transmutation magic. Yeah, necromancy and transmutation are the two prominent schools of magic that you detect around this area.
I ask Beansprout how do you spell necromancy, just so I can, you know, like if I know how to read it, then maybe I'll understand it better.
Remember that Bradtherius can read.
What is necromancy?
Of course.
Bradtherius asks.
Like necromancy?
Yeah.
Like bringing back the dead and.
It's when you romance dead people.
Hey, Tyler.
Yeah, so yeah, necromancy is the school of magic that is most commonly associated with bringing things back to life that used to be dead.
Whoa,
But
that's
not
heavy.
necessarily in the prettiest way.
Okay.
Not in a romantic way.
I would.
Yeah, not in a romantic way.
When you romance necks.
That's it. That's it.
Pyromancy is when you romance pies, right?
Oh,
That's it.
That's. I'm
You solved D&D.
experiencing that. We've
This
solved
has been a
D&D.
great campaign.
This has been Malt-O-Quest. Tune in
This
next
has been
week.
yeah.
Roll
Wait,
credits.
transmutation is like turning like iron into gold and stuff like that, right?
No, that's.
Nice.
Wait, no, that's.
That's transmutation.
Is that
Transmutation
transmutation?
is turning something into something else. Or
Happy Pride Month, folks.
Happy Pride Month.
perfect.
The transmutation magic is just Balmir.
It's just. Oh my god, That's amazing. Oh my god, that's so good.
I would like to continue searching the other buildings in this town.
Cool. Yeah, that's great.
Hey,
Nice.
but I want everybody to know, like, this place is totally cursed. It might be haunted.
We should stick together.
Something's
then.
wrong here.
Let's stick together then.
Nice.
There's necromancy and Balmir magic, so have to be aware.
Nice. All right. Yeah. So you continue on.
I'd like to go into this one with this door that's weirdly outside of the door.
Okay. Yeah. So Bradtherius, you go up to this. Are you you're going in?
Yeah. What's up with the door?
So the door seems to have been.
It's just off. It's on the ground.
Yeah, the door's on the ground. I want you to roll me, or someone to roll me an investigate. Who would like to? Oh, good doggo. Who would like to do that?
My investigate's awful, so I
There
could
you
use somebody else
ready?
to investigate.
I can roll investigate again because I have the +4 to it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, look at that!
So Balmir
It's a saw.
Balmir bends over and looks at this door. Balmir, you get the feeling this door was ripped off of its hinges from the inside out.
Whoa.
And you see by the way that the splinters are on the outside, like on the hinges of the door, the door was completely closed and something just like poof, like knocked the whole door out.
On the inside.
So like there's
From the inside.
So whatever the good thing is, we can go in there because whatever was in there came out, right?
We hope.
I feel like Beansprout doesn't usually get this opportunity, but she like knows that Runa is like really freaked out, and she's like, "I got this. Like, stand behind me, protect
Aw.
Okay.
you." Beansprout.
You hold my hand.
Yeah,
Beansprout?
absolutely. Beansprout.
Aww.
I'm gonna walk in.
All right, Bradtherius, you walk in. Inside, you see that there is an empty bed that hasn't been slept in a long time. There is a
Is that a box?
carpet, a little small round carpet, and a broken box.
I look inside the box.
Yeah, inside the box, you see what looks like some kind of shattered vial. Looks like glass and a stopper.
Can I smell the vial?
Stopper.
Is
Is there anything in it?
Is this giving us like any vibes of like the other like turning goblins into like monsters and humans, and is it giving any of us like those kind of vibes?
It would, so it's giving you the kind of vibe. So you're not 100% sure. Like it is giving you that kind of vibe a little bit. It does. This seems like the MO of people of enemies that you know of.
Okay.
The vial is shattered. There's nothing really to smell.
Okay.
But just going by it would be hard to tell that it was a vial if it hadn't been like, it looks like whatever it was like crushed.
Okay.
And then whatever crushed it like probably broke the door down.
I'd like to lay down in the bed. Not to rest, just to lay down in it.
Okay. Bradtherius, would you roll me a perception check?
You bet.
There's something in that bed.
My legs
Okay.
dangle off the edge. I feel very large in this. I'd feel too big for the bed.
So, Beansprout,
Why did I come in here? I made a mistake.
Beansprout, you notice that when Bradtherius lays down on the bed, he seems to sink into it a little bit.
No, come on, man. I just wanted to.
And Bradtherius, out of the corner of your eye.
Oh no.
Spot him. Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf. You see something. You're not sure what it is, but when you turn to look, there's nothing there. And when you and you find yourself in this bed, you feel something under the
I can actually
blanket.
get in my bed.
I need you to roll me a dexterity save.
Oh shit! I was going to my bed. Wait, so what do I feel as I'm in the bed?
You feel something moving under the blanket
Oh
when you
god.
lay down on the bed.
Digging this new music,
Oh,
by the way,
18.
Tyler. It's very,
Thank
like,
you. Thanks. This is all music by Alexander Nakarada. I'm gonna put that in the chat now.
I did an 18 on my dexterity save. Get fucked, bed.
Yeah. So you tuck and roll just as something. It looks like vines, maybe, but they're sharp. Puncture, shoot out from the bed, and wrap around nothing. They wrap around air.
Whoa!
And
Holy
constrict
shit!
themselves around the bed so tight that the bed begins to. You hear the groan of wood breaking as the vines begin to crush this bed. And I'm gonna put you here.
they look like
Oh, nice. Okay.
poisonous or anything, or
What was that?
like are the like vines and spikes and stuff? Are they like leaking poison or anything?
You do see that they seem to be. They don't look like healthy vines.
So they're like TikToks.
Like they don't look like regular vines. They look like. Yeah, they look unhealthy, sickly. They've got these big dark spots all over them, and they seem to be like leaking stuff, and they're wrapping around the bed, and then nothing, and then they just kind of like slither back into the blanket.
I come away and I immediately unsheath the thickness.
Okay, yeah, you do that.
Can I?
Let's not avoid all the vines on the ground. Just note to everyone.
Can
There's a bunch of vines on the ground.
Can I hack at the
These
vine?
ones?
Like, what happens if I hack?
Oh,
the
those
vine?
ones on the ground.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that if you want.
Yeah, I would want. I just want to.
I'm
see,
in.
I want to see what happens when I hack at the vine. Oh, that it's on the
Okay,
bed.
yeah.
It's on the bed.
Yeah. Why don't you roll me an attack roll?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you just start hacking at these vines in the bed, and yeah, they're coming off.
Okay.
It seems like they're coming off really
Okay, they're not
easily.
invincible
It's actually
vines.
it feels like cutting through like an old pear, or like a rotten fruit when you're cutting through these vines. And
Ah.
as they land on the ground, they just kind of like deflate and leak out this like dark brown fluid.
Ugh. Can I smell the fluid?
Sure.
Or
Yeah.
Can I smell the fluid that's on my sword? Because I imagine some of the
Yeah.
fluid is on my sword, right?
Yeah. 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 You smell the fluid. It smells really gross, like incredibly gross.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah, just super super nasty smelling stuff.
Okay, all right. I'd like to leave this room. Bradtherius
Alright.
says, having
So-
almost been trapped by a bed. It's not the worst experience I've had.
We know something burst through. Can Balmir as like a tracker? Did he leave like footprints or?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Can I see? Yeah, can I see if there's any like footprints or scents or
Absolutely.
anything?
Absolutely. Yeah. Roll me
What do you want me to
a survival. Hell yeah.
Can
Oh,
I
no.
re-roll that with a hero point?
Yes, you absolutely can. Yeah.
A 6.
One of us like assist. Is that a thing that?
Yeah, you can.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
if someone else rolls a survival, then, and if you make a comparable check, then that will. Or actually, no. Sorry. Why don't I'm going to describe the help action. So the help action, it's something that you can also do in combat. If you elect to help someone, they get advantage on their roll or attack.
Okay.
So, yeah. So say like Runa, you're helping Balmir. Balmir, at first, it looks like you...
The elk action, yes.
You just can't see what's going on. It seems like this whole area was so rotten and decrepit from a long time ago, but Runa points out a small indentation in the ground, and you're able to extrapolate that, and you begin to find these tracks. Tracks leading south. See footprints, and at first they look humanoid, one by one by one by one, but then they begin to spread out.
Oh.
So it's like one big, like, plop, and then another plop, and then another plop.
Oh, like a house maybe, with chicken legs. No.
No, just like plops.
Okay,
Yeah.
plops. Got it.
Hey, tell everybody what I'm seeing, and can I start to cautiously follow the track?
Yeah, absolutely.
And Runa pointed out all
I
of these
follow right
things, so
behind
let's be
Balmir.
cautious.
Yeah, I'm being extra mindful of the lines.
Yeah. So you proceed with caution. Because of that, you continue down, and you hear,
Uh-oh.
because you're proceeding with caution, you hear something. You hear, it sounds
It's
like
another door.
a cry for help.
What direction is the cry for help coming from?
It is coming from the south. In fact, you can track it to a well that is to the south of where you are.
Balmir rushes to the well.
I'm right behind him.
Nice.
I'll cautiously approach.
Yeah, me and
Assuming
Runa
it's
will
this well in the
stay
corner.
behind, but
Yeah.
follow.
Okay. That's perfectly fine. So you cautiously approach the well. Balmir, you rush to the well. And Balmir, you see that this well, it looks empty. Looks like there isn't any water in it. Looks like there isn't anyone in it. And yet you hear more cries for help.
Huh. I tell Balmir, shoot an arrow down it. Just to see how deep it goes. Just to, I don't know. Just seems like, no?
Don't shoot it.
see
You
Runa
drop a
shaking her
rock
head.
or something. Jesus.
I feel like we should shoot something down it just to see.
Not like a pebble.
All right,
Balmir
yeah.
still-
Drop
Like non-lethal.
arrow.
Balmir's kind of quiet for when he's like, I'll throw a rock.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. I look at Balmir and I say, Balmir, and then I say the dwarvish word for rock, and then I smile.
Okay, yeah.
Balmir's very
So,
proud.
you pick up a rock, you just throw it down, it clatters off of the side, wall to wall to wall to wall, and it lands on the bottom. And Balmir, because you can see so well in the dark, you see that it hits the bottom. There is nothing in this well. It lands on a bed of... This is not the right music for this. It lands on a bed of mulch that looks like it's on the bottom of the well. And as you squint, you see that the rock sinks into the mulch.
Okay.
And the mulch just kind of like closes up over it.
Weird.
Okay, I warn everybody about that. I'm like, mulch just swallowed up that rock like it was, the earth just opened.
Also, Balmir, I need you to roll me a perception check.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. As you're looking down,
16, nice.
so you're looking down into the well, and as you turn around to tell everyone about the mulch, there's something in the corner of your vision. And you look, and there's nothing there. And you like, you're a fucking ranger. Nothing sneaks up on you. You turn, you look around, and everywhere you go, you can't, there's nothing there. But there's something in the. Oh my god, that's such a cute dog.
I was about to say Beansprout turned into a dog.
Beansprout wild shapes into a dog. Oh my god, that's amazing.
On camera in real life.
That was
This is
amazing.
incredible.
I literally did not see her leave. I just saw the dog come back.
Oh my god, that's so
Yep,
amazing.
you did it.
That's so fucking cool. Beansprout, you wild shaped.
In front of our very
That was
eyes.
amazing.
Sorry.
That's amazing. Yeah, so Balmir, everywhere that you look for something. You can't see anything, but there's something in the corner of your vision. And you turn, nothing there, but there's something in the corner of your vision. Everywhere you look, there's something in the corner of your vision.
This drives Balmir absolutely insane.
I see Balmir looking, and I say, let's go back to back. Maybe if we're back to back, we'll see everything, and then, right?
Yeah.
Balmir says,
We
yeah,
all get in a
that should
circle
work.
and just each face a different direction.
Yeah. Oh, we could circle up
And
around
then
the
just
well.
stay there
Let's circle up around the well.
forever. Oh no. I don't know about that one.
Let's circle up around the
Oh,
well.
yeah,
and
like
let
every
every-
call out of
since
that
the
well.
maybe since the well just ate a rock, maybe we should not have our backs turned to it.
Okay,
Watch it
alright,
just
okay,
reach
okay,
in
okay.
and
Alright.
drag all of us in.
Okay, I say that, and then I say my bad. That's not a good idea. I was just testing you guys. Man, do we want to check this this nearby building, or maybe go further south? Is there a further south?
That seems to be it as far as the town goes. This seems to be as far south as you can get.
Oh, we just got a raid. Hold on.
Where do the tracks
I
go?
go. Hey, welcome raiders.
They go straight south. Straight out of town, I mean.
Welcome in.
Actually lead
Thank
to
you
the
so
well.
much, Vic, for the raid. Appreciate it.
Oh,
Welcome on in.
Sorry.
And
Welcome on in.
you notice, sorry Balmir, you're a ranger. You notice that the tracks, they're also going all over the place.
Whoa.
The tracks seem to be coming from individual houses as well, and they all seem to meet up at this well.
And so I see the tracks going to the well. Do I see any tracks leaving the well?
No.
Well.
Can we talk to the people? Sorry, I don't know if I missed this when I was up. Can we talk to the people in the well, or are they just saying help?
There isn't anyone.
There's no
There
one
isn't
there.
anyone.
It's just a mulchy.
We can hear them
substance at
crying
the
for
bottom.
help, right?
We can hear them, but there's no one there. We threw a rock down and the mulch ate the rock.
Can we talk to
Maybe
them?
they are the mulch.
Can they hear us?
Yo, do we want to continue looking at buildings? There's a part of me that just wants to jump in the well.
With me,
Or-
admittedly,
or
also wants to
send
jump in the well.
some-
but
You're
the
gonna
look
get bored
Tyler
by
just
that
gave the
mulch.
camera.
We could send something down
Tornado.
there. We gotta send something
I was
into
about
the
to say.
mulch that, like, do I have a
Let's
bomb? I have a bomb.
well-
I have a bomb.
Four.
Are we on our?
Oh yeah, do you still have the bomb?
I have a cat
Still
grenade.
have that bomb?
I have a cat grenade. Do we want to use it in the well?
Wait, Mepis,
Oh,
what were you
okay.
saying?
Someone's calling for help, right? In there? We don't want to bomb them.
Well, the bomb could. Yeah, it's.
I was just thinking, are we trying to get through
Unless it's a
this
Ted Bundy.
area? Are we looking for something? What are we doing
We're
here
trying to
again?
figure.
Oh, we're
out
trying to
what
figure out
happened.
where everybody went, I think.
This is Balmir's quest from the hammer guy.
Yeah, the temple gave us this quest in
Bring
exchange
arrow?
for bringing my dark steel into arrows.
Yeah,
And, yeah, I
we're
think
trying to
What are
figure
we
out what
supposed to
happened.
Tyler,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it was just we're trying to figure out like what happened or like where people went
Yeah,
because nobody knows. They just disappeared.
Oh, okay,
and
okay,
it
okay.
seems like all tracks point to this well.
Then yeah, fuck it. Let's all
Can
jump in the
I-
well.
Can I yell into the well, hello? Can
yeah,
you hear me?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
Beansprout, you yell into the well, and at first you hear silence. And then you hear something behind you.
What? I'm
It
behind.
sounds
No
like,
shot.
It sounds like footsteps, just like firmly planted behind you. Mepis, I want you to roll me a perception check.
Oh no.
Fuck.
Fuck. Okay.
Genuinely thought that was an
Okay,
okay
okay.
idea, sorry.
No, I actually thought it was a great idea.
Was it perception?
Hmm? Yeah.
Your video froze on us, my dude. Just so you know. Oh, you're back. You're back. Oh, the 15.
All right.
That's solid.
So Mepis, for a split second, there's a figure standing right next to you, right behind Beansprout. Looks like a dwarf.
Oh.
He has this big beard, and he's holding an axe. And he reaches out to Beansprout. What would you like to do?
You or Mepis?
What would you like to do?
He's reaching out to Beansprout. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's a dwarf made. He's an ethereal dwarf
It looks
of
like
some type. Can I hit him?
looks like
Can I
some
stop
kind
him
of
from doing
translucent dwarf is reaching out to Beansprout.
Like a ghost. Ooh.
I don't even know what I could do to try to stop that. Maybe can I just warn her?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Mepis just kind of turns and does the old Scooby-Doo. Set Beansprout.
Oh my god. So as soon as you say that, Beansprout, what would you like to do?
I guess just turn to look behind me.
Nice. So as you turn to look behind you, for a split second, you see this dwarf, and you see he was like, his hand is like 4 inches from your face. And as soon as you make eye contact with him, you see his whole body, it like lights on fire for a second.
What?
And he just like, and then he just vanishes.
What the fuck is this?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
What the?
Didn't
what
go
is
axe
that?
first though.
Do the rest of
The
us
hand
see that?
first.
Would you roll me? Actually, yeah. Sorry, Runa. Would you roll me an insight check because you also saw this?
Did I see this?
Yes, Bradtherius. You may roll me. Is there something that you'd like to try and figure out specifically?
Oh, Runa
Hell
just
yeah,
rolled a
Runa.
21 insight. I would like to figure out. Let's see. If I notice, I know I rolled a history check already, but can I roll another one just to see if I recognize like anything
Yeah.
historical
Oh, absolutely.
about his armor, his weaponry, what kind of dwarf he might have been?
Yeah, go for it. Runa. Well, Jesus.
Oh,
Wow.
a 22 history.
Critical history. Oh my god.
Ah!
Yeah, holy shit. So, Runa, so I'll go with Runa first. Runa, you noticed that when this dwarf was reaching out to Beansprout, he actually looked sad. And you noticed that he didn't lead with the axe, he led with his hand. And as soon as Beansprout, like, looked at him and, like, noticed him, his whole form, like exploded.
Whoa.
And Bradtherius, when you got a look at this guy, you saw that he is clad in all kinds of Moradin-related gear.
Oh man.
From
Oh, the
your
Hammer's
knowledge,
brother.
Yeah, I was
from
just
your
thinking.
knowledge of history of how the Temple of Moradin works, what their disciples dress as, you get a strong feeling that that ghost was the Hammer's brother.
So I see the hand come out and I have like a Jimmy Neutron brain blast and I see all of the armor from the dwarves whose hands I shook earlier. Every single one of their armor matches the armor of this guy's hand who came out, and I'm like, that's the same kind of armor on the hand of that guy, of the many hands of the dwarves that I shook earlier. And I go, Balmir, it's a Moradin dwarf. It's a Moradin dwarf. And he could have easily killed Beansprout with the hammer. We've got to help him. These are Moradin dwarf spirits, I guess. But that was Hammer's brother. It had to have been. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. I'm
Balmir.
legitimately freaking out. These are my dwarf. These bastards are gonna pay.
What killed him though? Fire?
I don't know.
Fire,
I don't know.
yeah.
Whatever
Look
this,
burned.
whatever.
So
at
what
the
do we
bottom
know
of this
about
well.
ghosts? I don't like. Do any of us have a general idea about what ghosts are? Do we recognize us as a ghost?
What's it go?
I mean, that's just what I call it. I have no idea how to romance next or anything. I'm just a warrior.
Balmir, as you are talking to Bradtherius, as you hear Bradtherius talking about this, and you're all talking to each other, I need you, Balmir, to first. I need you to make me a perception check, and then depending on what happens there, I need you to do something else.
Whoa! Wow.
Roll for initiative.
We're rolling on fire.
Something's moving in the well.
Okay, I shouted at everybody that something in the well is moving.
Do we see what it is? Do we see a form? Just something?
Yeah, can I see? Yeah, what's going on? What can I
The
tell?
mulch is rapidly rising from the base of the well. The floor of the well seems to be rapidly rising up. It is about 2/3 the way to the surface.
I yell at everybody to get back, and I get my bow out just in case.
Okay. I want to. I'm debating whether or not to throw the cat grenade in the well or not.
I mean, everybody's already dead.
I take the cat grenade out, and then I put it back. I'll save it. I'll save the cat grenade, and I run back. I run back next to Beansprout.
Rising from the well.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
At first, it looks like a big ball of mulch. But as it begins to overflow and spill over the lip of the well, you notice that it's forming these tendrils. Many arms, ending in these fungus claws. You see coming out as it takes shape, skulls begin to form from its mass. As you see this creature.
Whoa.
Which is on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen.
Whoa.
What is that?
Is it
As
a
it
window?
spills over the well, and somehow it opens some kind of maw.
I should have used the cat grenade.
And it roars. You hear...
Oh my god.
And we're gonna roll for initiative.
Holy fuck. I should have thrown the cat grenade.
So make sure to click on your character token in the map first, and then in your character sheet, click initiative. And then that should
first thing
automatically
I'm doing is
add you
throwing
to
this
the
cat
turn order.
grenade, chat.
I'll fix mine.
This thing is nasty. That
Hell
is
yeah.
huge.
Oh my god. What did I do? What did I do? Did I fuck up? No. No, everything's fine. Okay, everything's great. Everything's great. Bradtherius, you're going first.
Okay, how far can I throw this cat grenade?
You can throw it, let's see, you have a strength score of 16, so you can throw it, like 30 feet.
So can I throw it from here?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I feel like Mepis maybe should have backed up a little bit, but... Alright.
I
What up,
throw,
Bob?
oh.
You're throwing the cat grenade?
Yep, this thing's big, it's bad. We're using the cat grenade.
Awesome, we're Resident Eviling this. Great.
Yep.
So we see Bradtherius. You pull this arcane rune, like lid, off of this device, and you chuck it as hard as you can.
What do
I need
do?
you to roll me a ranged. Actually, no, that's not true. This thing is going to have to make a dexterity save. Bradtherius, I want you to roll me 6d6.
Okay.
Alright, so that's
Not
4,
bad.
8, 12, 16, 21 damage. And this, alright, so this is going to take
Let's
half
go.
of that. So it's going to take 11 points of damage.
Awesome. And that's just my action, right? Is just the whoa.
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
I can still move?
Yeah, you can still move.
I choose not to move, actually. Well, Mepis,
Okay.
how many hit points do you have? I stay put. That's my turn.
Okay, yeah. This thing, so first, the cat grenade, it explodes. And this creature, you see it raises its, like, 6 of its hands up, and part of the ground in front of the well erupts as this mulch tries to engulf half of it. It engulfs about half of the blast, but the creature takes the other half as part of its face gets ripped off.
Oh.
And you see beneath it are more skulls
Oh my god.
that are just like kind of like opening and closing their jaws.
Oh,
And now it's its turn.
Christ.
So the creature, it raises 6 more of its hands that just seem to be growing out of it, and it plunges them into the ground. And you all feel the ground beneath you begin to rumble as hands begin to reach out of the ground.
No. Nope. Okay. Do we have... Okay.
As you see 4, they look like undead zombies begin to reach out of the ground, and they're going to rush everyone.
Oh, no.
Runa, you're taking like this thing, it has like claw-like bone hands, and it tries to slash at you. That is a 3. That is a miss. Balmir, that is a 6. Oh, Bradtherius, that is an 18, and then Mepis, that is a 9.
An 18.
So, wow.
Okay.
Well, yeah. All right. Bradtherius, you're taking minimum 2 points of damage.
Nice.
Not happening.
What do you
Not
mean it's not
happening
happening?
All right. That's its turn. Beansprout, it's your turn.
Okay. Blah, 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 blah. I want to cast Spike Growth.
What is this? The ground in the 20-foot radius centered on a point
interesting.
within
Okay.
range twists and sprouts hard spikes and thorns.
So I'm gonna do.
Oh, it's
So,
difficult
20
terrain?
feet. Shit. Draw shape.
Wow.
Color, yellow. 20 feet. Okay. So this is roughly 20 feet. You let me know if you want it like to the left or down or like where
I
would
have
you
it
like it?
like down one square.
Down 1 square? Okay, nice.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Does this also affect us?
So this creature, it will affect you if you enter the area.
Okay. All right.
Or if you move into it or within the area, you take 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet that you travel.
Oh, damn. Okay. So I
This
can't-
creature, any creature that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast has to make a... Okay, so this creature is pretty much stuck, unless it takes 2d4 points of damage every time it moves.
Wow.
So that was really good, Beansprout. Really nice. Is that it for you?
Yep.
All right, Runa, it's your turn, and then Mepis.
Okay, Bardic Inspiration is an extra
It's a
Action,
bonus
right?
action.
bonus. Okay, so I'm going to stab the boy in front of me.
Nice.
And
Oh my
then
God.
Oh, nice.
How do you kill it?
ooh,
Nice.
I don't know if I've ever killed something.
Yeah.
Wanna just like stab my dagger into his chest and then use my foot to like kick him off of it.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
Zombie Slayer.
Yeah, you
Um,
do that.
And then I want to bardically inspire Bradtherius.
Hell yeah.
That's me.
Nice, yeah.
Just throwing it back.
Nice. So, Bradtherius, you have an extra d6 to add to any d20 roll for the next, like, 10 rounds.
Awesome.
Or, like, more like a bajillion rounds. Very nice. This thing dies. Mepis, it is your turn, and then Balmir. Oh no, he's frozen.
Okay, we'll go with cast the color spray.
Nice.
Classic.
Classic. Classic Mepis. All right,
Classic color spray.
so it is 6d10. Wow. All right. So 6d10. That is 32 hit points worth of creatures. Wow. So
Let's go.
Mepis holds up the arcane focus attached to the part of the staff, and this brilliant rave of light comes out, and it seems to go straight into the eyes of every single one of these creatures.
Nice.
This creature seems to almost be affected by it, but it seems to part of the mulch kind of whoosh, like closes its eyes, but every single one of these creatures are blinded.
Nice.
Really nice. Anything else for you, Mepis, or are you good?
Yeah, can I use a hero point to use enlarge on Bradtherius?
Oh man, a hero point for extra actions? No. You can do it on your next turn if you want. But I like your moxie. Balmir, it's your turn, and then top of the round is going to be Bradtherius.
Alright, I can use Dread Ambush and Hunter's Mark and attack, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Fabulous.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm going to use Dread Ambush. I don't think I need to actually click on it, but just so I remember. And then I'm going to use Hunter's Mark on the big guy.
Okay.
And then I'm going to shoot the big guy.
Alright.
That'll work?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, so you line up a shot,
Nice.
and you wait
Huge.
for it to shield itself from Mepis's colors, and you see the perfect spot. You land it right beneath its jaw. You see it comes out the top.
Oh,
and
nice.
it takes 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more points of damage. Yeah. And
Solid.
it, like, you see part of its face just, like, crumbles away, and, like, 6 skulls that are inside all turn to look at you, Balmir.
Oh god, that's creepy.
Bradtherius, it's your turn.
I take a swipe at this guy that's right next to me in front of Runa.
Yeah, go for it.
Hacha!
Oh.
Oh no. Do I get advantage because they're blind?
Yes, you do. Yeah, but a 10 still doesn't.
Shit.
You take your sword, and as you cut in...
hold on.
see
Wait.
sort
Sorry.
of like-
Bardic,
yeah, sorry,
can I
go.
Bardic Inspiration that?
Oh my god, yes you can. Yeah. Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, you're right.
It's a D6?
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, yeah.
Thank you for the Bardic Inspiration.
At first you cut into this thing, and you feel its flesh is much like that rotten, those vines. It kind of sags, but you remember Runa's words, and how would you like to kill this thing?
I hear the get good scrub, and I remember the breath and uppercut that my uncle taught me, and I'd pull my sword back around and I sweep from crotch to the top of his head, like underneath, and split it in twain.
Cleft in twain!
Ha!
Oh my god, nice. Alright, Bradtherius, you get your move action, possible bonus action. What would you like to do?
I would like to move.
Okay.
Can I? Hold on. Sorry. Let me check my speed again.
You got 30 feet.
I want to move around to the back of this guy without going into the space. I don't know if I can do that in this turn, but I guess here. Hold on. Here? Does this guy get a swipe at me as I go through?
Everyone's frozen.
Oh. We lost you, Tyler.
Okay, is this better? Can everyone hear me?
We can hear you, we just can't see you.
Okay.
Alright.
There he is.
Okay, sorry, everyone froze, and I was like, oh no! Alright, sorry, go
So
ahead.
we're here now? I'm here now?
Yes.
I walked past this
Yeah.
guy. Does he get a swipe at me?
This thing, yeah, he is going to try and attack you as you leave, if that's cool with you.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, even if it's not cool with you, he's going to do it.
Okay.
That's a 3. So he misses. You just kind of like push him away as you go.
I
But
give
yeah,
him the
you're
stiff
good.
arm.
You give him the good old stiff arm.
Okay, and I'm right here. I think that's 30 feet from where I was.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is 30 feet.
Dope.
Nice. Okay. And now it is its turn. So this creature, it looks at you, Bradtherius, and it roars, and it takes a step towards you. It's going to take 2d4 points of damage from the spikes. That takes three more points of damage.
Damn.
And it takes 2 of its arms, and they reach out towards you.
Ugh.
Bradtherius, this is a
Whoa,
10 and a
fuck.
24. I think a
God.
24 hits you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That definitely hits.
So with the first one, you shoulder the arm away. It just you knock it away. But the second hand, it reaches unnaturally far and it wraps around your neck. And you're going to take some damage from it. It's not too bad. But so you're only almost minimum damage. You're taking 7 points of damage.
Okay.
However, I also need you to roll me a Constitution save. As you see where it's touching you, you see these tendrils are beginning to try and burrow into your skin.
Ah!
But you are thicker now,
I'm
so
thick.
you twist. You're like, yeah, it's not gonna get a hold, and it's just like, it can't grasp you.
I like to think that the dwarven liquid singes it.
It's very it tries to go in, but it's like it can't do it. These 2 creatures are going to blindly attack, so that is disadvantage. So Balmir, that is a 17 or a not a 3 or a 14. I don't think a 14 hits you, right? No, it does. Your armor class is 13. Yeah. I'm sorry. So you're taking.
Okay. I've got hit points to spare.
Oh yeah, you're fine. You're taking 5 points of damage as this thing claws into you. And Mepis, this is a 13 or a 3. So this thing, it tries to hit you, but you can see there's a rave in its eyes. It can't see. And it's just blindly swiping at you, but you know that your magic is on point, so it is fine. And you are fine. Beansprout, it's your turn, and then Runa.
Okay, well, I am regretting my last turn, so I think instead I want to do this.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
Moonbeam.
On this big creature?
Yeah.
Wow.
Fuck, it has to make a... I feel like it has to make a dex save.
It's not, and it's not a shape changer, right?
Constitution save. It is not a shape changer, no.
Just making sure.
So it has to make a Constitution save. So that's going to be a d20 plus 4. That is an 18. So it's going to take half of that damage, but you can use a bonus action on each of your turns to continue the spell. So it's going to take 6 points of damage. As it is singed, this brilliant beam of starlight erupts from beneath it. As Beansprout, your eyes turn a mix of green, but also with flecks of like galaxy formation, kind of like forming in your eyes.
Cool.
As you begin to erupt the pure starlight from beneath its asshole. Anything else from you, Beansprout? Sorry, that was weird.
Anal moonbeams. It's great. We're here for it.
This is what we're here for.
And then I think I want to move here.
Nice. Runa, it's your turn. And then Mepis.
Remind me, Bardic Inspiration, is that like I get 1 per day?
No, you get quite a few of these actually. In your core, so you used 1 to inspire Bradtherius, so you have 3 in total. It should be in your class resources to the right side of the page. There's like 4 tiny boxes. And then it should have like above your like false identity, dark vision, fey ancestry, above all of your skill descriptions, it's going to be to the right of your attacks.
Okay, and those aren't like hero points, like I get them back, like
yeah, you get them back
rest or something.
Rest.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Okay, I want to cast Hideous Laughter on the big scary thing.
Cool. All right, so it has to make a creature with okay, yeah, that's fine. So it has to make a Wisdom save. That is not its strong suit.
It's not.
I do not think I am pressing the right thing.
No. You got it.
I did? Okay, cool.
Yeah. So the creature it hears you, Runa, and you see all of these heads, all of these skulls begin to clack, and they begin to clatter. And its very foundation begins to shake as it starts to cough up this, like, brackish fluid.
Yeah,
and it is under the effect of hideous laughter.
I thought it might be funny. It's actually terrifying.
Yeah, oh my god.
Yeah, you hear...
Let's just pretend that before I did that, I said, like, get boned.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. Anything else to do, Runa?
Yeah, I'll bardically inspire, Balmir.
Nice. Nice. You whisper a word on the air to your comrade. Mepis, it is your turn, and then Balmir.
Question, can I do a cantrip and a spell in the same turn, or is it one?
It depends on what the spells
either
are.
or.
Because if any of those are a bonus action, then yes. But if they're both standard actions, then you can only do, like, pretty much one spell a turn, unless it's a bonus action.
Okay. Okay, let's do the enlarge on Bradtherius.
Alright. So...
Do I have to roll that, or is it just...
No, you don't have to roll it. Bradtherius, are you willing?
Oh, I am more than willing. Are you kidding me? I am ecstatic.
Hell yeah. Mepis, is there, like... So, I know that so, like, how do you cast your spells? I know that you use your arcane focus, but do you, like, is there, like, is there, like, a phrase that you want to use for, like, enlarge reduce, or do you just, like, channel your energy and cast the spell?
Yeah, just... would say that. I can't think of anything.
Fine. Yeah, no, that's fine, I was just wondering. Yeah, so, Mepis holds out his arcane focus, rod, and Bradtherius, you feel...
Yes!
You feel yourself increase in size. Your armor, your weapons, they go with you.
The thickness is even thicker.
I wish I could play the, like, Rita Repulsa Make My Monster Grow music. Like, that would be perfect. And Bradtherius, you are now the same size as the monster. We're going to... So, your weapons, you deal an extra 1d4 damage. You have advantage on your attacks. On your strength attacks. Balmir, it is your turn.
I'm huge.
If I miss,
look
it's
how big
because
I am.
Balmir is looking just distracted by Bradtherius. I'm just
Look
saying.
how big I
Alright,
am.
as usual, because I have Hunter's Mark on him, I'm gonna shoot the big guy with an arrow.
Hell yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, that hits.
Jeez.
You can roll for Hunter's Mark as well.
22 on that. That's insane.
Nice. So it takes another 8 damage. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, this thing, it takes another arrow through one of the skulls that are, like, chattering, and the skull, like, just crumbles into this, like, goo. Or I guess melts into this goo. You can't crumble into goo. Balmir, anything else that you'd like to do, or are you good?
I don't think I can do anything else other than move.
Alrighty then.
Well, if I move, will this guy get a swipe at me even though he's blind?
Yeah. He will, but it'll be a disadvantage.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll try and move back from him then.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's going to try and take a swipe, so that is either a 4, that's a 4, he missed. Yeah. Yeah, nice. Bradtherius, it's your turn.
Alright. I got my even thicker thickness in hand, and I'm going toe-to-toe with this bastard. I take a swing.
Oh my god. So that's a 16, 6 slashing damage. Roll me another d4. We're going to add that on because you're big. 7. Alright, 7 more damage.
And then...
You take your mighty sword. Alright, go ahead.
And then I take a deep breath in my giant, thick lungs. And I say, feel the thickness once again, and I take another swing at him.
Oh no.
And then I roll a hero point. Hold on.
Nice.
So do I just do that again?
Yeah, you click it again.
That's what I'm talking about! That's what I'm talking about! That's what I'm talking about!
Oh shit!
And then
Alright,
another D4.
You get 2d4 because it's a crit.
Oh
So you
my
get-
god!
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
25,
That's
7 plus 6 plus 2 plus 4!
Holy shit. 13, 15, 19. Oh my god. Wow. You cut this thing in half.
Yeah!
Bradtherius. Wow. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Oh!
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
like,
This thing
everything's coming
looks
apart.
so messed up. It's like its arms are reaching around to find purchase as its bottom half just melts into like decrepit vines and dissolving bone.
Can I wait? I'm so sorry. Can I
Yeah.
I'm not like sorry, but can I use a superiority die to sweeping attack the zombie next to me?
You absolutely can do that.
Okay. It's so that's one. I roll a D8, right?
Mm-hmm. Nice. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's amazing. Yeah, you kill this thing too.
So I like
you kill the
pirouette.
side one.
Can I stomp on it and then hit it with my sword?
Yes. you can absolutely stomp on that. You just like and you crush it. You treebeard this
Really
creature.
phenomenal.
Dude,
Oh
this
my
is-
god.
I fucking love D&D.
Good
dude.
turn.
This is amazing.
Oh.
Whoa.
My god.
I used the last seconds
Oh
of
my
my
God.
round to go down and just fist bump Mepis for making me big.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Oh my god. So this creature got hit, obviously. So it's gonna make another wisdom save to try and get out of hideous laughter. That's a 0.
Oh my god.
So it's
Poor
gonna
guy.
fail. And now it's its turn. So now it's gonna make a wisdom save to try and get out of hideous laughter. That's a 3. Sorry, buddy. This zombie is gonna. I'm gonna roll a d4 and pick a random direction for it to head in. Actually, no, it can hear you, Balmir. So it's gonna 5, 10, 15. It's gonna try and hit you. This has
Oh,
disadvantage because it's still blind. Oh no, it's not because that spell only lasts for 1 turn. All right, so it's gonna be a 19 to hit you. That's gonna hit. Balmir, you're taking 3 points of damage. Is this thing like?
I still have more health than everybody.
Yeah.
I'm at
I think you
45.
have
We're
more
good.
health than like me and Bradtherius combined.
No, I have a good
Yeah.
amount.
Okay, me and Beansprout combined.
Beansprout, it's your turn.
Oh, dude, giant Bradtherius.
Can you hear me?
That's the best.
Sorry, I just
Yes.
lost everything.
Oh, you're good.
I want to keep the moonbeam there.
Oh my god, that's right. I forgot about the moonbeam. All right, it has to make a dexterity save. Okay.
All this is happening while he's getting just pounded by a moonbeam.
This thing is getting wrecked. So that is a 9. It fails its dexterity save. So you go ahead and roll moonbeam again, and then that'll be the amount of damage. Oh,
Wow.
did you like? Oh, I see. Okay. Can you not access your character sheet?
We can't hear you.
Oh, I can't hear you either. I can see you though. Wow.
Hold.
Hmm.
Hold.
Then she said she can't access anything.
Oh shit. Try reloading the page. Oh, now she's frozen.
Ruh-roh,
Uh-oh.
Reggie.
Huh.
Or no.
Okay.
So I'll do the bean sprout.
I mean, with the like moon continuation, just keep it.
like a. I don't know if it's just me, but you sound like a robot.
Like a robot? Yeah. Oh my god, there she is! Oh my god.
She's alive!
She's alive. This thing is not. Beansprout, when you come back, how do you kill this thing?
Yo!
Unless Beansprout just like does this and just like.
It's like the most. What are those things in Naruto?
Oh, there she is.
It's like the hand things.
Oh, the chakra jutsu.
Yeah, the
things?
jutsus. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
That,
like...
It's just a very simple one.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Oh, we hear you now. We
Oh,
hear
there you
You're
are.
back,
Yeah,
you're back.
we can see you. We can hear you.
Okay.
Are you there?
Sorry.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Okay. Beansprout, how do you kill this thing?
Oh, I get to kill it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know. I didn't think this far ahead. It's so gross. I don't want to touch it.
Well, the moonbeam killed
I
his
don't
damage, right?
kill it in any kind of fun faction. I just let it die.
Yeah? Okay,
Wait,
nice.
does its body disappear though? Because I want its horns. They're ginormous.
Alright, yeah, so you can have it just go straight up the center of its head.
Okay.
So, I will describe this then. So you see Beansprout? The galaxies in her eyes, they get much larger.
Oh,
They encompass
so
her entire, sclera? Is that it? Yeah? Like the inner, yeah, anyway. Both of her eyes are stars as the intensity of the light gets brighter and brighter, and it engulfs this whole creature's body in starlight, and it just like begins to kind of like dissipate and like melt away, like burned away into ash and nothing. The only thing that's left landing on the ground are these two horns.
Oh, so cool.
Oh yeah, those are ginormous, and I'm definitely gonna need help taking them back to town.
We are out of combat.
Oh my god. Can I wear the horns
This thing crumbles to dust.
as I'm large?
Yeah, is Bradtherius still ginormous?
For another, I'll give you like one more thing to do before that spell runs out.
I pick up the horns and I put them like on my head, and I look around at everyone and I go, "Guess I'm pretty horny." And then I put it.
I hate it.
I put it down on the ground, and then I start to slowly shrink.
I almost expected something clever.
Oh my god, that was amazing. All right, yeah. So that happens. The spike growth area goes away. Bradtherius is back to just a normally thick person.
Well, thicker than a normal person.
I mean, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Back to thicker than
Normal
average.
for him. Yeah. What would you all like to do? Actually, no. I'm sorry. Something happens before you do anything.
Okay.
Materializing before you is this dwarf.
Oh.
And he materializes. Beansprout, you got that kill. He materializes in front of you, and you see once more he reaches out, but instead of like palm downward, it's kind of palm upward.
Oh.
Okay.
And
What? Can I take his hand, or is he like
yeah,
ghost?
if you want. Yeah,
like
you
it.
take it. At first, it seems like your hand might go through, but you see his hand closes around yours,
Oh.
and it's solid. And you see him nod to you, and he says, "Thank you." And you see materializing behind him, one after another, after another, after another, after another, dozens and dozens of people. Translucent as they all, you see just like a chorus of different people saying thank you, like
Wow.
to all of you. And just as soon as they appeared, they just vanish, one by one, dozen by dozen, until it's just him, and then just
Oh.
into nothing.
Whoa.
And at the very bottom of this well, Bradtherius, you're the closest.
Yeah. I take a look.
You peer in, and you see a small journal.
Am I able to reach it?
You can climb in and get it if you want.
Okay, yeah, I
And
do
then
that.
Climb out again. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine. You're
so
a very athletic boy. So
yeah,
I'll,
so I
I'll just
jump down.
give that to you.
I grab the thing and I climb back up.
Yeah.
And I kind of show everybody the journal, and then I open it, and I would like to read aloud for everybody, because I can.
Why?
I can read.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what it says, but I'd like to. I'd like to read it aloud.
So you crack open this journal, and it looks like notes of some kind. It less than a diary, more like a scholar's journal. Something that you recognize, actually. You recognize. Roll me a history check, Bradtherius.
Oh yeah, you bet.
We're gonna make this interesting. 10, perfectly average. You recognize the note structure that is being used in here. This is the kind of note structure that you were taught when you were growing up as a noble.
Oh shit, yeah. Okay.
It says essentially, it's I don't have the specifics, but it essentially says like day 1, test subjects. It seems to be some kind of journal describing some kind of like alchemical experiment.
Okay.
And you keep flipping through the pages, and this is not the right music for this. You keep flipping through the pages, and you see that it ends with a resounding success. Whatever the experiment was, it was a success. And I'm gonna say that you need a little bit more time to decipher the notes of this journal, because it is written in very complex, like alchemical stuff. You actually think you might need to go to the library to kind of
runes. So like
get yourself familiar with what's going on.
I kind of recognize the runes, but I don't know what they mean from the rune book that we saw in the library. Okay.
Yeah. You recognize that they are alchemical symbols. Something that you do see when you open the inside cover, you see a very familiar symbol, one that you don't need a book to recognize.
Oh!
This is the alchemical symbol for essence.
Essence! Fuck. These motherfuckers were behind it.
And yeah. But you get the feeling that you can decipher what happened here.
Yeah.
With a little bit of time, it should be pretty easy for you to do that. If there's anything else that you'd like to do in this town, you begin to head back now that you have your answers that you've been seeking. But from here, we actually are going to fade to a very different scene. We fade to the outskirts of Anesk. Victor Valino, Balmir's mentor, stalks the trees as he moves farther and farther away from the bright lights of the city. He seems to be tracking something very intently, and as he leaps from branch to branch, he begins to pick up speed. His quarry is on the move, it would seem. Suddenly, he pounces down from his vantage point to tackle his prey. A Gnoll scout instantly dies beneath his blade. And as Victor cleans his dagger on his sleeve, he looks up. The Gnoll seems to have led him to an open field outside of the cover of trees. He mutters to himself, "That's quite strange. I don't..." And then he pauses. He hears growling all around him. And as he looks around, he sees gnolls begin to pop up from the tall points of the grass. And as they come in, he realizes he's been led into a trap. He looks around as he gets ready to fight, and he mutters to himself, "I'm sorry, Balmir." And that's where we're gonna end for tonight.
No! Oh!
Great
Oh,
job,
he
everyone.
actually crying.
Oh,
How
no.
dare you? How dare you, sir?
Oh no! Saving.
Boggers and goggers.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
We gotta save Balmir's. Oh man.
Great job, everybody.
You monster.
Yeah. Thank you for playing.
It's an off-screen death, though. We can save him.
I didn't say he died. I just said he was surrounded. What the fuck?
He's surrounded by gnolls, though. Come on. You know what you were
Alright,
doing.
so
How dare you play dumb, Tyler?
did we? Thanks. Did we learn anything new about the world?
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe we did.
Is there a name for that beast? I mean, not characters knowing the name, but like, what? For me, as Sebastian, would love to know the name of that creature.
Oh, that's actually a homebrew thing that I made. But I used the art. Thanks. I used the art from a magic card. I can't remember. It's from Ravnica, but it's one of the Golgari creatures. But yeah. So that's a homebrew.
Awesome.
But
I love that.
yeah. Nice. Did we learn anything new about the world? Yes. Did we gain anything of value? Yeah, Beansprout got some bighorns.
Yeah.
And bond changes, if any. We'll start at the top of the initiative with Bradtherius. Are there any bond changes for you?
I mean, at the end of the last time we came across these alchemists, I kind of broke down, and I felt like the trust in the group has had to be rebuilt in a way, and just like getting the bardic inspiration from Runa, being enlarged by Mepis, having the moment with Bean Sprout at the bar, her asking me if I was, scared of her, and then also, having the dwarven experience with Balmir. I feel like my relationship with the group has somewhat been repaired by this point, and it feels good. It feels really good. So like basically just like a positive bump with the whole team. I also feel like a deeper connection with Balmir and just the dwarves in general, and so like any dwarf I meet, I feel like I'm just gonna inherently like them more moving forward. So yeah, so that's very, very positive all around bond changes.
Nice. Yeah, great bond changes. Beansprout, any bond changes for you?
So in real life, I once asked the leader of the church I go to what God was doing before all of this, and he said, creating a special place in hell for people like you that ask these questions. And he was like laughing, and he thought it was a joke, and I was just sitting there sobbing, and that whole interaction with Bradtherius just kind of reminded me of that, where he's like, oh, haha, funny jokes, and I was just like, it's like sobbing in my hands.
I'm so sorry.
She really doesn't like when she doesn't want to be scary. She's got a bond change with herself, I think.
Aww. Okay.
And I think that's kind of it.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah, self bond change.
Damn.
This is the perfect. This is an arc. Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry. I love my players. Alright, that was dope. Runa, any bond changes for you? Uh-oh. Can everyone
We
hear
can't
Runa?
hear you. We can't hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. I couldn't hear her either earlier when she was saying something about Balmir's mentor, but I thought it was maybe just me.
Uh-oh.
Malt-O rip in the chat for Runa.
Check the audio settings in Discord.
Alright, well, while that's happening, Mepis, are there any bond changes for you?
I'm kind of just overall feeling like we're operating like a unit more with our abilities, and kind of keeping the strengths of the next person over in mind with our turns and stuff. So it's pretty cool to see.
Nice. Nice. That's awesome. All right. Runa, are you back? Oh shit. Oh, she wrote
she wrote
chat.
in
Okay.
the chat.
All right. Runa is surprised that she allowed herself to show fear in front of others because normally she doesn't do that. So she realizes, like, oh, I feel safe with these dudes. That's awesome.
Nice.
Oh my god, awesome. All right. Well, excellent job, everybody.
Wait, Balmir?
Hey.
Balmir?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my
You
god!
forget about me. I can't
How
believe
could I
it.
possibly do this?
You just alluded to an off-screen
I
murder. of
can't
his
believe
maestro.
I'm so stealthy now that I'm a gloomstalker. You just completely
It's like,
slipped
but
your
where
mind.
is he?
What with player?
Balmir, I'm so sorry. Do you have any
You're
bond
totally-
changes?
I do. Balmir is like, he really, for a while he thought like Bradtherius, like trying to fit in with the dwarves was kind of like endearing, kind of funny. And then when Bradtherius like asked him to teach him Dwarven, Balmir was like really touched by that. So Balmir feels like a lot closer to Bradtherius. Balmir is a little bit intimidated by Mepis just because his magic is so incredible, and Balmir is kind of like not sure how to feel about that, but he does trust Mepis to not hurt him. And yeah, I think. Oh, and he really appreciated the bardic inspiration from Runa, and he appreciated that from Runa a lot.
Nice. Oh, fuck yeah. Nice. All right, well, great job, everyone. This
Awesome.
was a dope session. Thank you for watching. Thank you for playing. And I'll see you all next D&D time and D&D place.
Absolutely.
I'm actually going to see you for Smash.
Yeah. I'll see you in about an hour for Smash.
Yeah, I'll
Thank
see
you
in an
guys. Thank you all. I really appreciate it. This is awesome. And we'll be in the Discord, and we'll be back online in an hour. But bye.
All the best.
Wave goodbye, and then we'll switch on over. All right, chat. Thank you so much for being here. What an amazing episode. What an absolutely incredible episode. I'm so... Gosh, that was just great. That is just great. I love this group of people. I love this game that we have. We should be back in 2 weeks with usually every other Saturday, but there's a chance it might be next Saturday. We'll check the schedule, and we'll let you know. But right now it is time to... We're going to find somebody to raid, but we're going to be back in an hour. So be back in an hour for some Super Smash Bros. Action, Saturday Night Smash. We're going to go ahead and raid our friend Cabrizi, who's playing some Overwatch. So show them some love. A huge friend of the stream. I hope you guys have a great night. I'll see you in an hour for Smash Bros. And then stay tuned on the Discord for next week's schedule. It's going to be a little different, but it should be super fun. And again, thank you to Tyler and the gang for just an amazing, amazing D&D stream. And I'm just over the moon about it. So see you in an hour for Smash. Enjoy Cabrizi. Make sure to, spread some love in the chat there. And I will see you in an hour. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Let's raid. Here we go.